Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how the Londors creates a glam look. Now let's just reiterate, I'm no makeup professional. I've never had any professional training. I, like you, watch other people's videos. I've been to a few Bobbi Brown how-tos and I just basically wing it and hope for the best. I'm going to do full face today, starting with the base, working up to eyes and then to lips, and then you'll be able to see the end result. I'm going to apply false lashes off camera because I'm a bit fiddly with those. The more practice I get, I might be able to show you how to do it yourselves too. And yeah, we'll just see how we get on. I'll show you all the products that I use, a lot of my favourite brands, and I'll try and talk along. Hopefully it's not too boring for you. And once again, I have no makeup room. This is my dining room that I'm filming from right now. And hopefully I haven't forgotten any essentials because I've had to bring it all from my vanity downstairs. So let's go. So the first step to creating the perfect base is to use a primer. Now, different primers will suit different skin types, but it will help give a seamless finish at the end and your most desired look, whether it be poreless, matte, glowy, shimmery. I like the poreless look, so I have my Touch in Sol No Pore Blem, which is a really popular product. Touch in Sol are a Korean brand, and yeah, I just really love their products. So first of all, we put some of this on the back of the hand, like so. I always use the back of my hand as a palette. Then we smooth this all over the face like you would a moisturiser. Smells so nice and clean as well. I love Touch in Sol products. Already, now that's drying, I can feel, it feels like I've got a silk veil over my face. And just talking of a silk veil, this No Pore Blem primer is very similar to the Hourglass veil, which is very expensive. I think this is less than £20 and the veil is about 40, so you get exactly the same effect. Now I have my primer on. Now I will choose my base, be it a foundation, a tinted moisturiser. If I'm going out, I like to use a more higher coverage product. So usually I go for light coverage, but when I'm going out, I'll go for a medium to full. So we're going to use the It Cosmetics CC cream today. This gives a full coverage as well as helping to blur out and correct any any impurities or I can't even think of the word I'm thinking of, imperfections on the skin. So once again, onto the back of the hand, we are going to put 2 pumps of colour because honestly this goes such a long way. Then we're going to get a foundation brush. I'm going to use the Blank Canvases number F20. It's a brush that's quite full like that and it has a bit of a flat end. So it'll look like this on the skin. These are really good for foundation. And then I'm just going to paint it onto the skin. As you can you see how red this side of the face is compared to that? It's so good. It's a really good product if you suffer from acne, because it will really colour correct your scars and it will also cover, and it's also a good product if you suffer from rosacea, rosacea, which is when you get a redness on the skin. The reason why I'm using a headband, guys, is to stop this from going into my hair because I don't plan on washing my hair. Okay, so out of all of that, that is all I'm left with on the back of my hand, the tiniest bit of product, so no product wastage. Now I'm going to go back over with a beauty blender just to smooth and get rid of the brush strokes. And I'm also going to blend it round the jawline so that we don't get that stupid line that I see very often. Just blend it right up. Okay. So that is foundation done. Just to wipe the back of your hands or fingers, if you're using your fingers as tools, I always keep some cotton pads close by, and a bit of micellar water. I just spray the micellar water onto the back of the pad and then wipe it off my hands, ready for the next product that I might need. So I'm quite oily. Foundation doesn't last very long for me. All the oil comes through and it slides off my face. So to set the foundation, I'm going to use Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder, which looks a little bit like this. I'm going to get my powder brush, put some powder and just press it in to the skin. This will slightly mattify, hydrate the skin, and also set the foundation to stop that oil from coming through. You can already see my oiliness toning down a bit. Now, I don't like to be completely matte, but I do like to have a little bit of that oil control. Once the foundation is set, I will move on to my bronzer. When I'm doing a full coverage makeup, I like to use my bronzer as like a contour, and the best product for that is the very famous Chanel Tan de Chanel. Now this is about £40, which a lot of people would think is ridiculous, but it's such a good multi-use product, and a little goes a long way. I mean, I've used this about 5 times and I've hardly even touched it, so it's going to last a really long time. With this, you need a really stiff brush. It needs to be like a kabuki brush. This one is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I get it into the product like this, just swirl it around so there's a little bit on the end of the brush, and then I go along the cheek, pressing it in, not swiping, I press. You can pick up more product if you run out, which I just have. Then I go around the hairline as so. Just need a little bit more on there. And then jawline. If you watched my how to do a natural makeup, you'll see I did the very similar technique with my powder. Then with my powder brush, I buff it in. So there we have it. I'm really pleased with the colour and how that's all come out. Next up, I will do my blush. Now it's coming up to summer and I'm kind of going for bronze and corals. So this colour here, this is the MAC Peachy Keen, and it's a really good bronzy coral. It's a mixture of both. Blusher brush, this is from Iconic. I don't know what number it is, it doesn't say, but it comes in the set where you get all of them. Product on here, and we go back to the balls of the cheeks, making a smile, and then just swish it round the apples of your cheek, and then create a line so you can see where your jaw is, and swish it up the jawline. Then I'll go back to my powder brush again and just blend that all together. That is my face base, all complete, everything that I would wear to go out on a night out. Then I will set this again using my Touch and Soul Pretty Filter Oil Control Setting Spray. and then just from a distance you just spray it onto the face and just let that dry slightly. While that's drying, I'm gonna get all the bits out ready to do eyes. Okay, I'm back with the eyes and my setting spray is all dry. I've got a slight glow, even though the spray's mattifying. I produce so much oil, I always have a slight glow to my makeup, which is quite nice. Right, so starting with the eyes, I'm really bad at eyes, guys. This can go horribly wrong. I've never done it on camera before, so let's just fingers crossed that I do it today. First of all, I will choose 2 or 3 colours that work together and somehow blend them. I'm going to try and talk you through this. When I'm going out, I like to use a glitter eye, so I will do a matte base and then I'll have the glitter over the top. This is how it goes. So I've chosen the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions palette, and I'm going to go along the lid with this dark colour here. Before I add it though, I'm just going to put a touch of concealer. I'm going to use the Bye Bye Under Eye by It Cosmetics, just the tiny weeniest bit on the lid to create a primer. Because I'm oily, it tends to melt off. I get really oily in the crease of my eyelid. So just blend that out slightly. With the It Cosmetics, it's such a thick consistency that, see, you literally use a dot of that and look how much. It's actually a little bit too much. So I'm just going to spread that over, and you can always put a little bit under the eye. Now, a lot of people go heavy with the concealer when they're doing their base, but I actually do my concealer afterwards because you get fallout from the eyeshadow. So now I've got my base, I'm going to put some product onto my Spectrum CO3 brush, and I'm just going to work in a semicircle around the eye, just above the crease line, and blend. Okay, and then we'll do the same the other side. Like a pencil, guys, hold the brush like a pencil, colour in your lid, and then blend it up above the crease line. Okay, if they're not quite even, you can go back and carry on blending. It's really easy to do that with the powder shadows. And then I just, okay, so that is our base colour. Let's just see if I can get a bit closer for you to see. Okay, so we kind of smoked it out a little bit. On top of the base colour now, I'm going to use my Touch and Soul Metalist and Glitter shadows. So the way you use this is, first of all, you use the Metalist. It's like a lip gloss applicator, and then you're just going to applicate it over the lid like this. This is fast drying and it's also crease free, and hopefully the look we're going to have once I finish this, if I don't cock it up, is going to be like a sunset. And then again on this one, just paint it on over the crease. Can you see? And then before it dries, I'm going to get another brush. This is a clean one. I'm not going to go back over with the other one because of the colour transfer. I'm just going to slightly blend it in. Like that. Hopefully you can see now the two colours, how they're coming together. Then we go for glitter. Now glitter can be messy. I usually get in an absolute terrible mess of glitter, so this could go wrong, but we'll see how we go. So to jazz up the look, we get the glitter end. I'm just going to shake some glitter off because otherwise I'm going to get this everywhere. And then I just put some in the corner. Look at that glitter. And then across the lash line. See, can you see the fallout on my face? And then on the other side, exactly the same. Start in the corner and then just across the lash line. Okay, so we're not putting glitter on the whole lid, just the lash line and the corner. Okay. Then with a highlighter brush, I'm just going to brush that away. Then we're going to go back in with the Huda Beauty and we're going to get another colour. I'm going to go with this pink up the top here. And we're just going to put a tiny bit in there just to fill in that gap. Now you'll see professional makeup artists use tape and wing liner and all sorts. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I cannot do any of that. I'm rubbish. So that is the best you're getting with me, a little bit of glitter. I'm just going to bring this closer so I can show you and so I can see and make sure it's all blended in nicely. You can use your finger as well. See, it's already dry. It's such a good product. And then just go back. I've just seen a little bit of fallout here. Okay. Now with the fallout, how we correct that is we go back with our concealer. So I do this afterwards. And I put a tiny bit of concealer under my eye, and then I get the It Cosmetics double-ended brush. This side's for foundation and this side's for concealer, and I just blend it in. It's such a full coverage concealer that will cover up any colour that you've brought down with you. Okay, and then we're going to set that again. I have to set any kind of liquids that I put on my face with some Hourglass on a beauty blender. I just put some like that and I press it, and it also acts as a slight contour because your under eye should be lighter than your cheek. Okay, so there we go. Now to finish the eyes, I will go and do the waterline next. So first of all, we'll get a brown. I like to use the Mercier Cocoa Caviar stick. This is such a highly pigmented product and really easy to work with. So I will just put a tiny bit on the lash line. Now you have to blend this out quickly because it sets quickly. And then I will get another clean brush and brush it out. See the difference? Just makes the eye look slightly bigger. And then we'll do this one. Oh, I've made that one darker. Okay, we'll go in again. So just smoke it out. Okay, there we have our smoky eyes. And then I will get the Stila glitter stick. This one is in shade Kitten Karma, which is a slightly rose gold. And I'll just put some glitter in the corners of my eye here. When the light hits, it's really pretty. And then we add mascara to finish. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's one of my favourites. And there we have eyes. So next, guys, we're going to go on to lips, and I'll finish off with a highlight. Okay, so now is just the finishing touches. So I'm just going to pencil on my brows using the Touch in Sol Browzer. Day to day, I just use a kind of like mascara, excuse me, for the brows. But when I'm going out, I just like to play a little bit more with the pencil and fill them in. This is a gel pencil. It's really easy to blend and very natural as well. And once I've filled the brows in with the pencil, you just see how much fuller they are. I will switch the end to the comb and comb them out. And that's it, really easy brows. Then we're going to do the highlighter using the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in Golden Sands edition. My favourite colour is Tahiti, or sometimes I use Zanzibar. And we're just going to put a little bit on there and go across the cheek. Bringing out that glow, because everybody loves glow. And then using the Fiji, which is more of a cream highlighter, I just put a tiny bit on my finger and go around the top of the brow. And then back to Tahiti, down the nose, just on the top of the forehead there. And then I put a little bit on my finger and across the bow of the lip. Okay, and now we are ready for lips. So when I'm going out, I like to use a product that I don't need to keep applying constantly. So a Huda matte is perfect for that. First of all, before I apply the liquid matte, I use one of their contour pencils. This is in shade Venus. Don't know if you can see that. Okay. And I will just line the lips. I don't have any filler or anything in my lips, and I just find that they give them a little bit more volume. And then I just do across here, and I colour in the corners. These are the places where the product will wear off easier, and the contour kind of acts as a cement to stop that from wearing off so quickly. And then I've got my Huda liquid matte, and this is in shade Sugar Mama, and it really complements the colour that I've used on my eyes. If I was wearing a more natural eye, I would probably go with a red or a coral on the lip. You may be able to hear in the background my daughter. She's upstairs creating a YouTube account because she wants to be more famous than Mummy. She thinks 44 followers is amazing. I'll let her continue to think that I'm some kind of superstar. Okay, so just wait for that to dry for a little bit. It does take a while, and then I'll come back and show you how I finish off. Okay, now the lips are dry, I'm just going to go back round the top of my lips with my lip pencil just to create that definition. And just along the bottom. And then, because the Huda matte can be very drying, I just get a little bit of lip balm. This is the EOS lip balm on the end of my finger. And I just pat it in. Just to stop them from feeling so dry. And there we have it. This is the end of the makeup. So I'm just going to go off camera now and put some lashes on, and I'll come back and show you the full glam look on a close-up. I forgot to say, guys, I told you I'm so rubbish at this. I forgot to show you what lashes I'm going to apply. So I'm going to use the Ardell Wispies lashes, which are my favourite type of lashes. These were kindly gifted to me. Yeah, so I'm going to go off camera now because I'm really bad at applying them. It takes me ages. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, so this is the end result. Got my lashes on now, and I just filled in the lash line with a Ico eyeliner, just so you don't see the attachment basically. And this is the kind of look I would go for if I was going out in the summer with friends. Yeah, and I hope you like it. Please leave your comments below and give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know if you would like to see more makeup demonstrations and the types of things that you'd like me to do. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you all again soon.